Okay, we're going to show you a mini version of hydroponics like I did the cucumbers in the barrels. But we're going to show you how to do, this is those tomato suckers I was talking about the other day. I took off of those tomato plants. Now these have been in this water about a week, and you can see the white roots all over these plants. You can now take these plants and plant them out and make you another plant out of these tomato plants where we took the suckers right above the leaf. Now the leaf won't root and make you a plant, but the sucker that comes right above the leaf, it looks like another little plant you can see, and anywhere it was touching water, you're going to see it's going to make roots on it. You can plant that out and make you another plant. So anyway, I just want you to know you can save those suckers off of those plants that you're trimming, put them in water like this, have this about this full of water. We just now turned this over, but anyway, it's full of water, was full of water, and that'll be rooting in there. You can take a sweet potato, set it down in a jar of water, put it about half full of water, and at the top of that plant, there will be roots, there'll be a sweet potato plant come out of that. You can break that plant off when it gets up here about 5 or 6 inches, and you can see the little roots already trying to start on that plant right there. You just stick that in the water, in with these others, and lo and behold, look here how it rooted. Roots on it already. That's pretty fast, isn't it?
What'd you do, about 2 minutes ago?
2 minutes ago.
No,
2 seconds ago.
2 seconds ago, okay.
Okay, now then, we also got over here, we're going to give credit to Sherry about this. She took I think she drinks Diet Pepsi maybe, or somebody in her family does. She brought this Diet Pepsi bottle. She cut the top off of it just big enough to hold one of these little cells of a plant. You can use a little 2-inch pot, 1.5-inch pot. This was cut out where there was 6 of them tied together. She cut this out. She just dropped this in this hole to where it would just touch that water, just 1/8 of an inch touching the water. You put a teaspoon, I'm sorry, this is only 1/2 gallon. You put 1/2 teaspoon of fertilizer, whether you use my Nature Source, that 1043, or and this is going to be a foliage plant, lettuce, or this is spinach, I'm sorry. This is spinach. I would use the 1043. I want a little more nitrogen on it than I do the phosphorus and potash. You can also use Miracle Grow. It's probably going to be a 15, 55, 15, or a 20, 20, 20. Put you 1/2 teaspoon of fertilizer in there and stir it up. Set your little plant back down in there and let it set up on the kitchen windowsill in the morning sun and grow you a spinach, grow you a lettuce, grow you a kale. Just have fun with it. Now, I'm gonna give Walmart a little advertisement. They need it because they're about to go broke, I think. Anyway, you can go to Walmart out in their gardening area and get that Bonnie's fertilized. It's going to be a 1043. The company that I get my Nature Source off of it makes Bonnie's fertilizer. So you can go get the Bonnie's and be using the same thing I'm using, the 1043. It's a liquid. Put you a 1/2 teaspoon in this 1/2 liter or 1 liter, whatever this is, bottle, and you'll grow you a spinach or kale or lettuce. And we can thank Sherry for doing that for us. I'd have never got it done if it had been up to me. Okay, in other videos now we've showed you how to make these self-wicking tubs with the black pipe, with the gallon metal cans from the cafeterias. Now then, we're going to get closer to home. Here again, this is blue instead of red. They all work. We drill our hole up here about 5 inches up. Now then, we're going to go into your house and we're going to ask for your water jugs, your milk jugs, your tea jugs, the jugs that you get your Tide, your Downy, anything like that in. You can even use the plastic coffee cans that you get your Folgers and Macro House in, a little can about this tall, about that big around. What you do, you just take these jugs, there again, you punch a hole at the bottom and up here at the top. This side do the same thing. That lets that water transfer up through there and push the air out. When the water is wicked back down, It'll let the air come back in. Here we go. We're going to put, there's you, 2, 4, 6 around that container. Then we're going to put our cloth in there over that, push it down in the middle, and that's going to be our wicking soil to bring the water back up to your plant. Now what we're doing with this, we could put it in there like that. The only problem is I'd really like to have one more jug in there, and I have it in a 5-gallon bucket right over there, Richard. Bring it here, and yeah, is it in one of them 5-gallon buckets right here? Okay, we're going to put another in there like that. Now we have 6 in there. Now then, each jug, remember, has a hole at the top and at the bottom, just to let the air and the water transfer back and forth. Now, we're not going to put any cloth. We're going to just fill all of those cracks full of your potting soil and pack it down in there. Remember, we're trying to restrict all of this soil touching water. We want it above air so it can't get to the water. And that's what we're doing here. We're punching the soil into every crack you see in there, up even with the top of these jugs we have in here. It doesn't make any difference if it's water, tea, or I even use almond milk, and I use those. Okay? Now then, we got the soil up to the middle ways. You put your fertilizers in here, the 1/2 cup of Sustain, the fourth of a cup of sea mineral, the tablespoon of lime, tablespoon of gypsum, tablespoon of Epsom salt. You scatter it around here, around the outside edge on that soil. Then go ahead and fill it up with soil up to here. Round the soil up. If you want to put a plastic over it, you take and put your pipe in there to put your water in through if you want to, just like into that, and fill it full of soil, and you're good to go. This is stuff you can find at home. I'm trying to think of things that you can find in your house that you throw away, that you fill the dumpsters with, that we could use to put in here to fix these wicking tubs. Now here's another option. Surely there's some nurseries in your area, tree nurseries. Go to the tree nurseries and see if they'll sell you some of these used tubs where they have sold these trees and went and transplanted them for the customer and brought them back to the nursery. A 20-gallon, 15 gallons okay. Get you a 15-gallon tub, a 20-gallon tub, or a 30, 35-gallon tub is fine. This is one of those 35s right here. Now notice, it's got holes all in it. This is going against the grain of what I've been telling you. We want tubs with no holes in them. But we can still use this if push comes to shove. This is what we're going to use. We're going to use these with the holes in them. We're going to drill our hole up here 5 inches up like we do on everything else. One hole, 5 inches up. Now then, we're going to cover these holes with a piece of plastic. Richard, if you'll step in with me, and we're going to put this, we cut this here 36 inches in diameter. We're going to lay this down in the bottom of this tub, and we're going to turn it up the sides 6 inches up on every side. We're going to put our pipe in here just like we did in the other one. The pipes need to be cut a little longer. They need to reach from one side to the other. They're going to reach over to where you got your drain hole in. We're going to put this in there. We're going to get our cloth, and Richard and I are going to put this right across here. We turn to 4 foot. Now this is 3 foot by 4 foot. We're going to turn the 4 foot crossways of the pipe because we got to go down in here and back up. Remember, when you put this in here and put soil in it, it's going to hold this up against the bank of this, and then you're going to come back in after you get this built, and you're going to re-drill your drill hole through this piece of plastic so it'll drain up here, but you won't lose your water. Now you've got it sealed off where it's going to hold water. Up there right now, 6 inches deep. We're going to go in with our cloth. We're going to go over these pipes. We're going to go down in here. We're going to make sure now our plastic is sticking up on the sides like this right here. We're going to go right in here on the inside of it, and we're going to punch this down in here and right down in like that. Then we're going to fill this full of potting soil in the 2 cracks right here, same way. Okay? Then put your soil right on up here on the top. Put your fertilizer in. You can go back to the previous videos to see the amount of fertilizer. and then you put your soil on up to here. We've got our pipe right over here by our drain hole, right there on the end to fill with, and you're ready to go. This is a nursery tub, a tree tub that you will get at a nursery. There may even be some at your local chain stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, that sells trees. Some of the customers may have brought the tubs back to them to get rid of them, dispose of them. Go see if they've got some of them. This will work just as good if you line it with a good heavy line of plastic. That plastic we put in the bottom is a 6 mil poly that come off of a used greenhouse covering that we took off to put a new one on. We save our used to put in the bottom of our tubs. We try to recycle everything we use. You can get used trash cans and maybe put 2 layers of trash bags, in there. And you can also go to the chain stores and get these Rubbermaid tubs that you could use those. Those don't have any holes in them, I'm pretty sure. And I just had a man text me last night that he went to Lowe's and bought some of these blue tubs like I'm showing you here, that's got row panels on the side that they use to clean up leaves and all out of the garden. Use them, that'll work. And he only paid $7.99 at Lowe's for those. Now I don't know whether he just bought them or if he bought them back previously, but I saw the tag on them, $7.99 at Lowe's. But anyway, don't go to Lowe's and tell them I said you can buy them for $7.99. Just go see what they've got. You just need any kind of tub. It can be square. One man texted me last night that he's using square tubs that somebody at where he works, they gave him about 20 of those square tubs, almost this big. So anything, it don't have to be round. Anything you can get that you can hold water in, you can make this self-wicking system in it. Happy gardening, friends. We've told you several ways. If you have any problem, call us. We'll try to help you. My telephone number to get direct to me on my cell phone, 580-564-5909. We're in Kingston, Oklahoma. That's in the southern part, right 100 miles north of Dallas, Texas. Just come and see us. Go to Dallas, go 100 miles north, and you'll be at Kingston. Come see us. We're closed Saturdays, open the rest of the week, Sunday all the way through Friday. We'll give you 6 days to help you garden. Give us 1 day to serve the Lord, and here we go, us happy garden.